What is the enumerate function in Python? Hey everyone, in today's video, we're going to dive into one of the most useful functions in Python, the enumerate function. So what is the enumerate function in Python? The enumerate function is used when you need to loop over an iterable and need to keep track of both the index and the corresponding item from that iterable. In simpler terms, it allows you to iterate through a list, tuple, or any other iterable, and at the same time, it provides you with the current index of the item you're working with. So let's look at this example. Here we have a list of fruits, which contains 3 items: apple, mango, and orange. The goal here is to print each fruit along with its position. Next, we manually create an index variable and set its value to 0. This variable will help us keep track of the position of each fruit as we loop through the list. Then we add a for loop to iterate over the fruits list. In each iteration, the variable fruit takes on the value of the next item in the list. So on the first loop, fruit is apple. On the second loop, fruit is mango. And on the third loop, it's orange. Inside the loop, we use the print function to display both the index and the fruit. So on each iteration, the current value of the index will be printed, followed by the fruit name. After printing the current index and fruit, we increment the index by 1. So now if we run the program, then you can see that we are getting the index value and its corresponding fruit from the list. In this case, we manually maintained the variable index to keep track of the current position of each fruit. But wouldn't it be great if Python could handle the index for us and we didn't have to manually maintain the index value for each element? Well, that's exactly where enumerate comes in. The enumerate function takes an iterable and returns an object that produces pairs of index and elements from the iterable. In simple terms, it combines the loop index with the loop element itself. So now let's look at a cleaner, more efficient way to write the same code, but this time using the enumerate function. Just like in the previous example, we have a list called fruits, and then we have a for loop. This is where things get interesting. Instead of manually managing the index variable, we will use Python's built-in enumerate function. So for the index, comma fruit in the enumerate function, and inside the function, we will pass the fruits list as a parameter. The enumerate function creates an enumerate object that produces pairs of index and fruit as we loop over the list. Then the for loop automatically unpacks these pairs, so in each iteration, the index is set to the current index, and fruit is set to the corresponding fruit from the list. So in the first iteration, the index is 0, and the fruit is apple. In the second iteration, the index is 1, and the fruit is mango. In the third iteration, the index is 2, and the fruit is orange. So now if we run the program, then you can see we are getting the same result as earlier. We have the index value and its corresponding fruit. So instead of manually handling the index, Python does it for us using the enumerate function. Now, another great feature of enumerate is that you can specify a starting index. By default, it starts at 0, but you can change this if you want. Let's consider the following example. Here we have a list of tasks that we need to perform. And if we run the program, then we can see that we are getting a series of tasks that need to be completed. But in this case, the task number starts from 0, which we don't want in this case. So this time in our code, we will pass an additional star argument and set its value to the index number from where we want to start the task series, which in this case is 1, since we want to start the task number from 1 instead of 0. So now if we again run the program, then you can see that this time the task numbers start from 1. The enumerate function works with any iterable, not just lists. This means you can use it with strings, tuples, and even sets. But remember, while working with sets, the order is not guaranteed. So that's the enumerate function in Python. It's a simple yet powerful tool that can make your loops cleaner and more efficient by letting Python handle the index for you. Whether you're iterating over lists, tuples, strings, or any other iterable, enumerate is the way to go when you need both the index and the item. I hope this video helped you understand the basic concepts of how the enumerate function works. If you found this video useful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon to stay updated on all our future content. And if you have any questions or want to learn more about any specific topic, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.